Stay alert out there.
What goods have you got?
Understood.
Another one? I swear if security had been this lax in the days of Eric Eisenfaust, we'd all be clerics. What are you seeking here, stranger? Safety? A new start? Meaning? All those things can be offered to those who accept our laws.
Who are you?
My name is Angram. It is my duty, along with the other warlords, to ensure the laws are kept and the Berserker Way preserved. We offer protection to those from outside who understand that Edan is working to help Magalan. Stick to the laws, respect our ways, and you will find Golиэт welcoming. Break the laws, show contempt, and punishment will follow. You will have a fair chance here if you understand that.
Tell me more about these laws.
Steal, lie, cheat, kill, and justice will be swift. But our laws are more than that. Berserker laws tell us who we are. Millions died when the comet hit. Our whole species was headed for extinction. And you've seen it out there. People are doing their best to finish that job. War, chaos, ELEX technology. What chances have they given us? Nature. Rebuilding what was lost. That's the only way we can survive. Berserker laws were created to help us achieve that.
What are the Berserker laws?
They were laid down by Amrek, who founded the Berserkers. They put people before war, before machines. The only thing above us is law. So says the first article that forbids anyone from preaching of gods or machines. The second law says pure ELEX is a curse on Magalan. All pure ELEX and technology made from it is forbidden and must be placed in the pit. Our third law states that world hearts are sacred. No damage can be done to them or their seedlings. The fourth law says mana must be preserved. Nature can purify ELEX. This has given us the gift of magic, and we must use it sparingly. The fifth law states all free people are equal. All must be given protection when it is asked for. All may repent their ways and join the Berserkers. Now, as a warlord, it is my job to keep the laws in the Pilgrim's name. So, I welcome you, incomer.
What happens when the law is broken?
The warlords will hear evidence and pronounce sentence. Trade without a license, steal or cheat, and exile will follow. Break one of the 5 laws, and justice may be harsher. Our laws preserve us, and so we must preserve the law.
Who are the Berserkers?
They're everyone you've seen in this town, and anyone beyond who believes this world can be saved. Do you want to believe that? That there's a hope? We don't need gods or machines. That forest out there, that grew from wasteland in just 200 years. From seed to tree, we are a new beginning for all.
Cinda sent me.
Cinda? Is there another problem with food supplies?
She hasn't received the resupply she needs, and nobody seems to know when she will.
Didn't Jorah sort this out? Or has his failure to fix things become my problem?
What does Jorah have to do with this?
Jorah was supposed to have sorted this out. Once more, it comes back to me to resolve this directly. Then, there won't be any more escorts for the deliveries. The last group I sent were killed by a troll. We haven't more men to lose that way.
A troll killed your men?
Good men. I've fought beside some of them. Being eaten alive was not the fate they deserved. I'll not send more men to their deaths. We have scant enough as it is. Cinda will have to deal with this problem herself. Tell her it is time she called on one of the other clans for help. The Ison clan will no longer risk lives for fish and meat.
I was told there was work here.
If you have taken our laws to heart, then yes, there is something you can help me with.
I agree to follow the laws.
Visit Jorah at the pit. All the captured weaponry from the last Alb attack has been stored there. Bring me one of the ELEX weapons.
I'll get you the weapon.
Follow the law and do service. Those are the only ways you will earn my trust. Speak to Jorah if you have any more questions. Now go.
What do you think about the clerics or the Alps?
What are we supposed to think? They're steeped in blood and governed by superstition. The clerics speak of God, but they worship their machines. And never forget that their blessed religion gave birth to the Alps. ELEX corrupts all it touches. Whatever you think of the outlaws, they make no excuses for their behavior. They are out for themselves, but they believe in mankind.
Can't you use technology to help nature?
Technology is an addiction. First one machine, then another and another. It is better to live without that temptation. It's persuading the weak-minded of that. We might know technology is a weakness, but its draw is pulling in recruits. Even now, I know there is someone here in Golиэт spreading the lie of the machine. They are preaching that technology will be our salvation. This damned cleric must be found and stopped.
About the cleric. I can find whoever is preaching here.
You can you? What makes you think you can succeed?
I know who's preaching for the clerics.
Are you certain? I don't want to go making false accusations.
I've met him, spoken to him.
What miserable drones and traitors have I given shelter to that they will let this cleric live? He knows our laws, and the penalty for spreading false religion is death. Carry out that sentence. Kill that cleric.
Hey, watch it there! I hate it when people mess with my stuff. You think the armor in this place makes itself? Well, you wouldn't be the only one, but let me tell you, it's not true. Damned hard work makes it. My damned hard work. So don't get in my way.
What's so good about the armor you supply?
Quality, skill, years of practice technique. And as you go up through the ranks, you're eligible for different equipment. As a cultivator, you'll be confronted with different challenges to a warrior or a paladin. So for cultivator armor, I make sure to give you the freedom of movement needed for working in the fields. But a warrior's armor must be robust, better able to absorb damage during combat.
Can I get some of this armor?
I am only authorized to hand out equipment to anyone who has earned it. A cultivator isn't allowed to wear the armor of a paladin. That armor goes with that rank and that honor. So, if you want a set of it, you'll have to work to earn it.
I'd like to trade.
Pick your armor, choose your weapon, we can trade.
Fucking mutants. They're so desperate for ELEX, they even try eating the mana from the seedlings. All that work, ruined by damn rotboars.
There's mana in the seedlings.
Of course, we feed them with it. But mana is made from ELEX, right? The mutants can feel that. They think if they eat the plants, they'll get the ELEX. But they get mana instead. At least that makes them weaker. And they're easier to kill off. But only after they've done the damage. That doesn't help me keep the seedlings alive, though. And that's my task. I look after all the seedlings here. Wait a moment. You look familiar to me. Yeah, I've seen you somewhere before.
You must be mistaken. We've not met.
I didn't say we'd met, just that I recognized you, but... No, you couldn't be him. I mean, what would an Alb commander be doing here in Golиэт? I mean, what, you just decided to stop conquering Magalan and hang out here with me instead? That'd be crazy. But, you know, you do look really like him. You should be careful. If someone else recognizes you, thinks they recognize you, then you'd never get back to the Ice Palace. Watch out for the damn mutants. You're never safe from them.
Wait. One moment.
What now?
Seeing as you're looking to settle down here, you'll be needing to make friends, won't you? So, friend, why don't you head down to the tavern and bring me something back?
What do you want from the tavern?
Beer, water, hops, barley. That touch of genius, nectar of the gods. Ah, now I really need a drink. I'm watching you. Don't do something stupid.
I spoke to Angram.
Oh, great, thank you. Someone who is prepared to do something. When will the deliveries come?
They won't. The men Angram sent to the valley are dead.
And is he going to send more? No, wait. Let me guess. We don't have warriors to spare chasing farmers. How does he expect me to get supplies if he can't? He's got a host of warriors he can assign. I'm one person behind a counter.
Is Angram the only person you can ask?
He's in charge of the Ison clan, and the Ison clan are in charge of escorting my supplies. But you're right. Maybe it's time to speak to one of the other clans. If the Ison clan won't help, one of the others will have to. Would you speak to Ragnar, warlord of the Hooded Crows, or Cormag of the Hammer clan? I'll have to hope that one of them can understand why this is so important.
Give me a drink.
What'll it be?
Hey, can I help you? What do you want here?
Who wants to know?
My name is Born. I am the chief overseer of the seedling farms here in Golиэт. Let me welcome you to Golиэt, the jewel of Magellan. Here you can see what our world once was, and what she can be again. But tread carefully whilst you're here. Some of the plants we're cultivating in the seedling farms are fragile. Damaging them means exile to the Valley of the Damned. So I'd watch your step. It'll make life easier all round. Life is a lot more comfortable here in Golиэт than out in that valley.
What is a supervisor?
Someone who has already worked so long at a job that people have decided they are better organizing people than doing the actual job.
What's a seedling farm?
We grow a lot of different plants here, specimens of all the types we can find. But of them all, the world hearts are the most important. For where they grow, all life will follow. That's why these plants get their own fortified defenses.
Rot boars broke through and attacked the cultivators and the seedlings.
Then what are you standing there for? We need to protect them.
Relax. The rot boars are dead.
They are? You're sure? And was it you that kept the seedlings from being destroyed? If so, you have my thanks. I better go and check on the cultivators. Make sure everything is all right. Thanks. Thanks again.
See you later.
Take care of the world, and the world will take care of you.
I'm looking to make a trade.
And what brings you to me?
I've heard you're the person to talk to when you need something hard to get hold of.
Did Angram send you? Look, I don't know where he gets these ideas about me.
I'm not here from Angram. I need to buy a laser weapon, the sort the clerics use. I'd got hold of one recently, but then Hakon spotted it and confiscated it. Do you know how I can get hold of another one? And if you can get me one, can you get me, say, 3?
Are you insane? I don't know this man. I've never met him.
Keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, stranger. I've no idea what you're talking about. Trade? Me? I'm a solid, honest berserker. I don't know who told you what, but get lost before you get me exiled, or worse.
I'm going.
Why do you think you're losing the war?
You've seen the enemy. Alv raiders? Cleric mechs? Guns? We are the guardians of Magalan. It's our duty to win this war. Why does it matter how we win it? It's winning and choosing what we do afterwards that counts.
And how do you want to win?
In a fair fight, not with swords and superstition against energy weapons. If we've crossed the line and are prepared to kill a man, why question the way he was killed? Better to give up some of our principles than ask our warriors to give up their lives.
Angrim sent me to collect an ELEX weapon from you.
He did he?
Yes. He said it was captured from the clerics. He wants to study it.
And you want me to give you this weapon, do you?
Are you allowed to give it to me?
If Angrim sent you, why wouldn't I? Orders are orders. What reason would I have to deny him?
ELEX weapons are forbidden in Golиэт.
They are. They are forbidden to all berserkers. Angrim's task was a test. He only trusts those who question their orders according to the law. It seems you listened and have learned our law. Go back empty-handed. Angrim will give you a reward for doing so. If you break our laws for reward or favor, you will be punished. If you listen to the laws and keep them, you will be rewarded. Good day to you.
You're responsible for overseeing the pit, aren't you?
What's that to a hunter?
So you're responsible for all the ELEX technology in Golиэт?
Why? Have you found something while you were out hunting?
Do you destroy everything that comes to you? Or do you ever try any of it out? And would you ever think of testing it in the field?
You mean give ELEX weapons to someone to see if they work? Someone like you? It's an interesting idea. Say, why not meet me in the tavern later? I'll talk to you about it.
Sure, I can be in the tavern later. And I'll be buying.
Your beer.
That's what I need. About time, too.
And so here's where you give me my reward.
Your reward was getting in through that gate. Be grateful.
Letting people in is your job.
So is keeping people out. I give the word and you'll never get in here.
I don't want trouble.
Good. I thought you might see sense. And seeing as you played by the rules, I'll put in a word for you with the boss man himself. Ragnar, warlord of the Hooded Crows. You need pledges if you want promotion, and we need reliable people in our clan. Of course, giving you my word would be a pretty big favor. So if I did that, I'd probably need a favor in return. Say, in the form of shards.
I'm not paying for your word.
You're not paying for a word. You're paying for a chance. Always better to be part of a team. Then we can watch each other's backs. After all, it's my job as a guard to keep people safe.
So, you decided to stick around. Well, I've been given a job by Warlord Ragnar that I think might suit you, if you want to stay around for longer.
Tell me about the job.
Well, the task I have on offer should profit you, and though it's not the best way to sell our community to you, it should demonstrate that we're open about things here. You see, there was a murder committed just outside Golиэт a few months ago. A rather dedicated berserker named Ascor was killed. There's been an investigation, but no definitive answers as to why he was killed. So, Ragnar wants me to follow up and find the murderer.
And what can I do?
Well, I'm having trouble getting answers from people. Maybe an outsider will have more success getting them to open up. Would you talk to the suspects and see what they have to say?
Tell me about the victim.
His name was Ascor. He was a warrior, newly promoted from cultivator. Ragnar had high hopes for him, but Ascor wasn't popular. He went missing around Mana's Eve 3 months ago. No one knew where he'd gone, and it wasn't like he had many shards to up and disappear with. Then one of Ragnar's patrols found Ascor's body rotten up in the forest. It looks like he was stabbed several times with a sword. Whoever did it was strong enough to overcome him, but clumsy. They didn't find anything on Ascor to point to who might be the murderer.
And you think I can find the killer?
You're a stranger here. That means you might see things I won't.
What kind of logic is that?
To be honest, I think this is a dead-end job. But Ragnar, against all the evidence, seems to think it was a berserker that killed Ascor, and he wants answers. Me, I think it's a wild goose chase. None of Ragnar's questioning has thrown up any proof a berserker was involved in this, so chances are it was an alb, an outlaw, or a reaver. But if a warlord has an itch to scratch, then that means we have to go and scratch it. So, let's cross all these suspects off the list and give them some closure.
Is this why you brought me to Golиэt? To do your dirty work?
I brought you to Golиэt to give you a chance. And this is a way to earn it by getting a warlord on your side.
Does Ragnar think a berserker murdered Ascor?
Ascor was killed with a sword, and there aren't too many people who use swords outside of Idan. But if Ragnar's right, then it must be someone who was outside the walls at the time of the crime. So, Ragnar drew up a list of 5 suspects. No idea why these 5 exactly, but Ragnar will have his reasons.
I'll find the murderer.
Ragnar wants answers. He seems determined to find out what happened. Myself, I don't know if we'll ever know what happened. But if we can eliminate these 5 suspects, he might let this go. And who knows? Maybe one of them did do it, and you'll get the proof.
The suspects talk to me?
Tell them you're investigating on Ragnar's orders. They'll answer your questions. Let me know if you need help. Remember, my sword belongs to you.
Who are the suspects?
A group of people who were out there in the forest at the time of the murder. First on the list is Baron. He's a guard. Well, he's supposed to be a guard. As far as I know, he doesn't have an alibi. But I think the only real reason he's on the list is because he knew Ascor when he was younger. Then there's Thorgal. He's in charge of a world heart in Abessa. I have no idea why Ragnar would put him on the list. Maybe just to be complete. Third is Garen, a hunter. He was reliable, but he seems to have lost heart in himself. There's something troubling him. Last are Eardor and Rock. Rock I can't get a handle on. There's something he's not happy about. Eardor is still wet behind the ears. Bit of a whiner, but seems to care about his job. They were all outside Golиэт at the time of the murder.
What do you want me to ask them?
Where they were 3 months ago around Mana's Eve when the crime was committed. What they thought of Ascor. I doubt you'll get a confession. I doubt any of them did it, but you'll get a sense of the men, and then you can report back to me so we can close the case.
Where can I find them?
They're all still out there. Track them down, then report back to me when you've discovered something.
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
We're a team. I'm ready if you are.
should think about leaving.
Welcome, incomer. I hope you are being treated well. Golиэт has always opened its doors to those who need shelter. But these are hard times, and war grows suspicions. As for me, I think the free people should work together in this war with the elves.
Will I have trouble here?
It will mostly be talk. People gossip about incomers. If you want the people here to trust you, then help them. Once they do, they will open their doors to you. You will have a place to stay. A chance to become one of us. And they will likely reward you for your trouble. We Berserkers believe in second chances. It's your choice whether you take that chance or not.
Who are you?
I am Cormag, warlord of the Hammer Clan. Each of the clans has its own calling, and ours is magic. A gift given to us in our time of need. Proof that this planet needed a guardian, and that it chose us. We can channel power through our bodies, and battle the machines of the clerics. The power mana gives us seems limitless. And yet, it seems so normal now, doesn't it? It's hard to remember that magic is only a generation old. We have only just started our study of it. And the Hammer Clan has made that study our purpose.
What do you think about your laws?
Our laws bind us. They tell us who we are. How we interpret them, that is where we can do better. Death and exile shouldn't be the only sentences. There should be reward in repentance. Leniency could save us valuable people.
You think other Berserkers are too harsh?
Dedicated, not harsh. And sometimes dedication can blind us to other ways of thinking. Just imagine, if we Berserkers could enhance the cleric's energy weapons, or the outlaws' explosives with the power of mana, who could stop us then? Now, Angram would say that giving into technology would destroy us. But I wonder whether holding on to the laws too tightly would do the same. After all, there were those who tried to stop using magic. They said it was against nature. Now magic is all that defends it. Whatever my thoughts, the laws we have now are the ones we must follow.
Are there problems between the clans?
Give any group a name and they'll use it as a cause for argument with others. But, while there are always differences, we are all Berserkers. Anyone who forgets that needs a swift reminder of their true allegiance.
You have traitors here?
Not traitors. Troublemakers. People whose mouths move faster than their minds. You think we should use the law to silence anyone who thinks differently? I say they need to be convinced that our cause is best served if we work together. I've been saying that over and over, but it seems some people have stopped listening.
Maybe they would listen to me.
Perhaps. You could do me a favor and talk to Elder. He's been speaking out against the Eisen clan. But I'm not sure of the reason behind his anger. You will find him living with the other cultivators down in the cultivator house. I'd be grateful if you can find out the reason he's upset, before this bad feeling escalates into something else.
Cinda needs your help.
More trouble with the supplies. What can I do to help?
She needs people to collect the food deliveries.
I thought Angram had sent men to do that.
The men he sent are dead. They were attacked by a troll.
And more will die if our men aren't fed. Still, if Angram is worried about sending men, then there must be a real danger. I will send men to help Cinda. But if they're to go out there, then I want to improve their odds of survival. We recently captured some movement detectors from the clerics. They're being stored in the pit, ready for the ELEX to be taken out of them. Get me one of those movement detectors, and I will give Cinda the help she wants.
Isn't taking technology from the pit against the law?
Sometimes, laws must be broken for problems to be fixed. Get me that detector, and I will help Cinda. Those are my terms.
Cinda sent me here.
Further problems with the supply run? The warlords discussed this, and the Ison clan promised to see to the deliveries.
The Ison clan are refusing to help.
Then you should speak to Angram. He guaranteed the supplies. If you can't persuade him, then try Cormag. He agreed to cover any problems that Angram could not.
Those creatures need dealing with. Someone's gotta sort this shit out before we drown in it. Someone needs to go out there and kill every last raptor.
Excuse me, do you know Stormson? Have you seen him anywhere?
Yeah, I met him.
Do you know where he is now?
No, I don't.
He was supposed to meet me, but Oren said he'd left with 2 guys just before I got there. I haven't been able to find him since.
Who did he leave with?
Oren didn't say, which is strange. He was really evasive, and it's not as if he wouldn't know. Oren knows everyone in Golиэт.
Could Stormson have left with outsiders?
I'd have heard if there were more outsiders here. Everyone talks about incomers, and Oren would have said something for sure.
Then the men were berserkers.
But if they were from Golиэт, then why didn't Oren say who they were?
Maybe he was told not to.
Angrim. He is the only one who could scare Oren into staying silent about something. Stormson must have been arrested.
Can you think why Angram would have Stormson arrested?
Stormson spoke out against the law. He thought we were losing the war, that we needed to change what we were doing if we were going to stand up to the Albs.
Change what? Change how?
I don't know. He asked me to go with him to look for supplies. I assumed he meant medical supplies, but do you think because I said I wouldn't that he asked someone else to go with him?
Maybe. And maybe he asked the wrong person. If he's alive, I will find Stormson for you.
Would you speak to Angram? He must know what's happened.
Okay, I'll speak to Angram.
Be careful. Angram believes in the law more than he does in people. If he thinks the laws have been broken, he won't like anyone questioning him.
I can take care of myself.
No, not now.
Analyzing.
You four? What are you doing here? You were supposed to have remained with me. Why did you leave the crash site?
Survival Protocol 7. Commander presumed dead. U4 unit attempted return to repair station.
But instead you were found by the berserkers? You're lucky you haven't been dismantled for your ELEX. Are you able to come with me?
System error. Failure of. Failure of. System error.
Identify system error.
Analyzing. Minor damage to primary systems. Defense system and weapons are offline. Primary control system impaired.
Can you repair yourself?
Analyzing. Negative. No repair possible at this location.
Yeah, that would be too easy. Status report of our last mission goals.
Primary goal. Locate and secure Thorold, highest leader of the Berserkers, known as the Pilgrim. Mission status, failed. Secondary goal. Secure data describing transmutation process of pure ELEX into mana. Mission status, failed. Tertiary goal. Scout Edan for weaknesses in the Berserker defenses. Mission status, failed.
Well, that was a success, huh?
Negative. Commanding unit status, privileges revoked. Execution ordered as a result of mission failure.
What do you need to complete repairs? This location isn't safe.
Identifying. Nearest automated repair station is in North Abessa.
Then go. But you four, you are not to report on my status. If asked about me, state that I died in the crash. I will meet you at the repair station in Abessa. What data do you have on the crash?
Analyzing. The Raider was on a direct approach to the primary mission goal. The Raider was hit by accurate ground fire. The shot hit an open port on the Raider. Evasion was not possible.
Where did the fire come from exactly?
Analyzing. Cannot positively identify. There were no indications of magic. Possible responsible parties, the Outlaws, Clerics, or Albs.
You mean it could have been the Clerics who shot at us?
Analyzing. Flight was over Berserker territory. Clerics did not have much reason to defend the primary mission goal. Calculations indicate low probability of Cleric participation.
Could the Outlaws have been responsible for the shooting?
Analyzing. Capabilities and behavior of the Outlaws difficult to calculate. Cannot state probability.
Albs too? What exactly do you mean?
Analyzing. Possible indications that an ELEX-powered weapon was used. Albs use ELEX-operated weapons. Status of open port on the Raider was unusual. Port could only have been opened and secured in place during maintenance in Alb repair station.
I was told it was faulty. Why would our own people sabotage the mission?
Analyzing. Motive unknown. Identity of shooter unknown.
There are some answers out there somewhere. What about the Berserkers? They would have at least had a motive to shoot me down.
Analyzing. The ground fire was from an energy weapon, not magical in origin. Probability of Berserker participation, low.
That somehow means everything, and nothing at the same time. Why did you leave the crash site?
This unit was offline for 1,043 seconds. On recovery, U-4 could not locate the commander. My objectives were to complete the mission or return to base. System error.
Then you don't know anything about my execution?
Analyzing. Negative. Executions are standard ALB operating procedure for mission failure. Failure is not tolerated. It is against the directive.
So they say.
But executions end with death. Assumption. Commander must be using rare example of ALB humor.
Yes. I'm joking, you four. I mean, who would want to kill the great Commander Jax?
Ah, shit. Back the fuck off, all right? You don't need trouble. Just walk away and pretend you didn't find me, okay?
You're the one in trouble.
And you came here to talk, did you? You want me to talk? Well, how's this for talk? Go fuck yourself.
Why are you hanging around outside Golиэт?
What? I can't stand here? You gonna hassle someone for just standing here? What are you, a fucking owl? So what do you want?
How is life as an outlaw?
Total, unmitigated, and relentless fucking joy. I mean, look at me. Who wouldn't want to be stuck out here waiting to get eaten by raptors?
You're not happy being an outlaw?
You know, at least it was my own stupid, shitty decision to be out here. Those poor dumb pricks up there, they come out here to get eaten by raptors because some other dumb prick tells them to. If there's one thing I've learned, if you're gonna end up in this shit, it's better to make that shit yourself, rather than roll around in someone else's.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting on your mom. What do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to find some shit that's worth selling. You even know how much tech they have stashed in that pit? They actually throw all that shit away. But while I know that, it's not like I can hang about up there in Golиэт to try and get it. Those tree shaggers get funny about outlaws. Sometimes they bar you from the town for no reason.
You're barred from Golиэt?
Not barred as such, more like forbidden entry on pain of death. I just took some shit, that's all. It's not like they were even using it. Like I said, they throw all sorts of valuable shit into that pit of theirs. So I'm here to collect it and put it to use.
Are you waiting around for Ornir?
Maybe, might be. There's a chance I know a little shit by that name.
He sent me to find you.
So who are you, the errand boy? What, he's got so rich trading with me he's got servants now?
I'm here to kill you.
What the fuck? That little shit. Listen, you go to him and get that dickhead to start trading again. Tell Ornir I want the shit he promised me.
What shit?
The shit. The technology Ornir owes me. The prime pieces from the pit. Well, prime is stretching the description, but it's a good arrangement. The Berserkers get rid of the tech they don't want. Ornir gets shards he does want, leaving the question, what do you want?
I'm watching you. Don't do something stupid.
I found the outlaw.
Is he dead?
No, I talked to him.
Talked? Why did you talk? What did he say?
He wants you to start trading with him again.
Trading? What trading? What are you talking about? If I was trading, that would be against the law. I mean, I'd be a dead man.
About the outlaw.
What? What about him?
Why did you stop trading with him?
I wasn't trading. Trading would be illegal. ELEX technology is forbidden. Trading without a license is forbidden. Trading with people outside Golиэт is forbidden. Anyway, I mean, that stuff was junk. I wasn't doing any harm. And Angrim is monitoring the ELEX oscillations in the area. Quit messing around with that gizmo, will you?
I have the movement detector you wanted.
Excellent work. Now, my men stand a chance of seeing danger before they walk into it. Tell Cinder she can count on the support of the Hammer Clan. I will tell the men to be ready.
What the hell? Are you happy now?
do you think you're doing?